anything that's normal, and not just the physical feats and the plays. It's the mentality. He is, again, I believe I saw the other day, he's a billionaire. And he's playing on the second night of a back-to-back at 40 after 22 years with every frickin' record and every accolade. And the kids will say that I'm glazing him. He's one of the greatest competitors.
Okay. Stephen A., what are your thoughts about what JJ just had to say about LeBron?
Number one, I like the glasses, Molly. Keep them on.
Thank
Number
you.
two,
They're new.
I got to tell you this.
I can't see anything. I have a
I
stigmatism.
know. That's why I was teaching. I know you can't see with them on all the time. JJ Redick didn't tell a lie. He said the absolute truth. I just hope that he wasn't talking as if somebody didn't notice that or people haven't said that about LeBron James. When have people not said that about LeBron James? Matter of fact.
2 days ago?
What did we say 2 days ago? What did we miss? What did we say 2 days ago?
Everybody was on him for not playing in the All-Star game. And,
time out.
JJ's just pointing out that
Two things could be true. Two things could be true. I'll still get on him for not playing the All-Star game. He should have played. He should have dressed, and he should have played even if it was just for a few minutes. He absolutely should have played. All of a sudden, the ankle and the foot injury doesn't seem that bad. Not over the last 2 games, right? If you could do it then, you probably could have played a few minutes on Sunday. That's all I'm saying. But 2 things could be true. That could be true, while in the same breath, every syllable that J.J. Redick uttered about him is true. And to LeBron James, to his family, to his loved ones, to his fans across the globe and everything, LeBron James is one of the top 2 greatest players in the history of basketball. He's an incredible ambassador for the game. He is a treasure to the game. We will miss him when he is gone. He's a 4-time champion, 4-time league MVP. There is nothing. And the biggest thing about him, he has never, ever cheated the game outside of All-Star Weekend. He's never cheated the game. Never cheated the game. Because, I blame him for the slam dunk contest. I will forever blame him for the slam dunk contest. But he has never cheated the game, okay, outside of All-Star Weekend in his career. And his conditioning to show up and to be in the condition and to take care of himself the way that he does. When I throw that ticker on the bottom, on the lower third of the show, when I talk about great father, great husband, great entrepreneur, great businessman, great actor, all of this other stuff, because I want to make sure that I get everything in there. I'm joking about it, but I'm also serious. Like, I'm not lying about those things. He was great at all of it. That movie Trainwreck, he was fantastic in that movie. He really was. I'm just looking at him, and the guy has done so many, many great things. Don't think for 1 second that J.J. Redick was saying something the world doesn't know or shouldn't know. This is one of the greatest players in NBA history, top 2 all time as far as I'm concerned. And even with all of that, look at it. You see that? Great husband, great father, great generous philanthropist, all of this stuff. It all applies. We're not lying about it. He's that great. So JJ wasn't lying. He was absolutely accurate with what he said. But here's the last part, and I'll give it to you, Wendy. People are going to have to learn this. Your story in its completion is told when it's over. While you're in the midst of it all, it comes with scrutiny. Why do I say that, Wendy? Because I'm a soap opera guy. And I always use this analogy. If you watch Young and the Restless, you're watching Victor Newman. If you're watching General Hospital, you're watching Sonny Corinthos. They've been shot, they've been stabbed, they've been pushed down the stairs. The car crashes, everything like that. Guess what, Wendy? They're going to live. They're going to live, Wendy. They're the stars of the show. Trust you me. They're not going to die off, Wendy. But it doesn't stop us from telling the story. And the sooner people recognize that, the better off they'll be. The story is always being told while it's ongoing. People have to accept that.
The reason that JJ went on this parade of compliments was because LeBron got ripped after starting in the All-Star game for 20 consecutive years, winning multiple MVPs, being the captain. He got destroyed for not playing because his foot was hurting him. So that's why JJ did it, because he's tired of hearing everybody complain about him. He played 21 minutes in the second half Played the last 15 minutes without coming out on Wednesday night. They lose. They fly to Portland. They get it at 3 o'clock. He comes in and has 40 points on the second night of a back-to-back in the game the Lakers needed to win. That was really what he was doing. He was just giving him his flowers because he played his butt off on a night when nobody really expected him to play. That's the bottom line.
Got it.
Well,
but do you think it helped that he was able to rest that All-Star break when some other players weren't?
Of course it helped.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this also. It's not that LeBron James missed. You got to believe that most people don't believe it was the foot and ankle injury. And certainly his performance last night and playing back-to-back games didn't add legitimacy to the claim that he couldn't go Sunday. Okay, so let's get that out the way. So why was this skepticism? Because there's a lot of people out there that believe the change in the format turned a lot of folks off, especially a guy like LeBron, and he didn't want to be a participant in it. So he found an excuse to bow out of it.
I don't blame him
Whether
for that.
that's true or not, I don't know that. But but people are saying that.
Yeah.
And look, the second 40-point game for LeBron since turning 40, that's more than the rest of the NBA. I just mentioned Michael Jordan. That's pretty good company for him. Overall, it's the 79th career 40-point game, tying it with Allen Iverson for sixth most in NBA history. Back for some basketball conversation. Yes, Damian Woody's going to hang out for this. Tim McMahon, Tim Bontemps. Now, I want to zoom out before we zoom in, Brian Windhorst. How do you put into perspective what we're seeing night to night from a 40-year-old LeBron James?
Well, there's a lot of people, including LeBron, who just make an assumption at times that his career is near the end. And I'm not seeing much deterioration. And if you look at what he's done just since his 40th birthday on December 30th, he's averaging 26 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting 54% from the field, 44% from 3. That's over 22 games. That's not a good week. He is not slowing down. The Lakers are 14-8 in those games. He has been absolutely awesome since his 40th birthday. And look, I know Luka is the story of the Lakers both now and into the future, but LeBron is also playing fantastic basketball. We should recognize that as well.
Yeah, he showed it again last night. It's funny he mentioned that, Tim Bontemps, when we look into the future of the Luka trade, but we are all going to focus on the present because it was just done. People think maybe this could be the catalyst to put them on a run. But why is that the wrong way to look at the Luka-LeBron situation right now, which is in the present?
Well, you look at this team, and they've got Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves, all guys who need to have the ball together to be successful, right? And you have 3 guys who need to have the ball that much. There's going to be diminishing returns. That's why we've seen when one of those guys isn't playing, the other 2 look really good, right? Because ultimately, it's hard to have all of 3 of them firing on all cylinders all at the same time. And without Anthony Davis on this team, yes, they've been on a great run. Yes, their defense has been good lately. I just don't see this team being able to play at the level defensively with this unbalanced roster to be able to be a real championship caliber team, despite the fact that LeBron still looks like a top 10 or whatever player in the league, and Luka Doncic is great, and Austin Reeves is good. There's just too much of an unbalanced nature to this team.
Yeah, and look, we believe that this trade in the long run, Tim McMahon, is going to work out much better for the Lakers. Luka, 25 years old, still entering the prime of his career, and you've covered his career for the entire time. How well do you think he'll quickly be able to expect to assimilate with LeBron and the Lakers and really his role with this team, big picture?
Yeah, and we saw Luka go through something similar a couple years ago when the Mavericks traded for Kyrie midseason. And really the mistakes that they made, or they deferred too much to each other. Also, the supporting cast was terrible. They were still a very good offensive team. Look, Luka and LeBron,